Hey guys, welcome back to Tracie's Place. Today we are making a take on an old favorite, and that is Russell Stover French chocolate mints. I know many of you love them. Many people may not have even tasted them but have seen them in the stores, and they are so delicious. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm so excited to make this. I'm going to give it to and let my sisters try it because both of my older sisters first turned me on to this when I was little, and these are just a classic. So we have 2.5 cups of milk chocolate chips. I'm going to go ahead and pour that into a bowl, and then I have a 1/2 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, and we're going to add just even a little more to that, 1/4 of a cup. And we're going to go ahead and get that melted along with 1 tablespoon of butter. Using the stovetop method, we're going to go ahead and melt our semi-sweet and milk chocolate chips plus 1 tablespoon of butter. And I just have water boiling in a large saucepan, and I have my glass bowl over top, and you just want to stir occasionally, and it's just starting to melt. You can use the microwave method with this, but I wanted to make sure I did this extra special since this is a special recipe. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this mixed up. As you can see, it's starting to melt. So I'm going to turn the temperature. I have it on high, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it down to medium so I can melt it slowly. And I'm stirring once again. It's starting to melt pretty good. And just remember, you don't want this on high. You don't want to scorch it or anything or make it go too fast. And I'm turning it down even lower, between low and medium right now. And we want to stir again. And this is about at minute 4, so it's going pretty quickly. At this point, the chocolate is pretty smooth. The lumps have gone out for the most part, and there's a little bit of butter left. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this from the heat and just stir until the butter is melted. Okay, so I am using the bowl that I melted the chocolate in, but this is my KitchenAid mixer. I didn't want to dirty up 2 bowls. You can do it however you want to do it, but I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm holding the bowl with my hand. Just going to go ahead and mix and turn the bowl. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and get this into the refrigerator. It is to chill for 15 minutes, and you are to stir or beat it by hand every 5 minutes, just a little bit. And I'll show you as I go along. So I'm just scraping the sides down first, and then I'm going to get it into the refrigerator for 5 minutes, taking it out and stirring or beating it again. Okay, now here is the chocolate mixture after 15 minutes chilled in the refrigerator. I've already done the second 5-minute stir, so I'm going to go ahead and beat it with my electric mixer one more time and get it into the pan. This is not a fudge, so you don't want to overbeat it at the same time. So I'm just going to beat it just a little bit to get it pliable, to get it into the pan. Waiting for the mixture, I have an 8x8 pan, and I have a strip of wax paper that is about the width, as you can see, of the bottom of the pan. That way, after it cools, I can just lift it right up out of the pan. So we've gotten it in. I'm going to go ahead and smooth it out. And you just kind of smash and spread. And I probably could have gotten away with using a longer pan so that they could be even a little thinner, but let's see. I might just like them at this thickness. This is going to be a pretty good size candy. Oh, that looks good. I cannot wait, you all. Because they have stopped selling these in a lot of the Walmarts. I just haven't seen it in any of the stores lately. So, okay. So there we go. It looks so good and it smells so good. Now remember, you can add extra peppermint if you want. This is 2 teaspoons, I'm sorry, of peppermint. You can use more or less depending on your taste. So I'm going to go ahead and get these into the refrigerator, and then I'm going to get them cut. I will show you the process. And here it is. If you are impatient a little bit like me, I put them in the freezer for 12 minutes and they set really nice. And you could just put them in the refrigerator. It'll probably take about 35-45 minutes, but I just stuck them in the freezer for 12 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and take it out, lift on this side, and then pull straight up. So here we go. I'm just going to lay it down flat and go ahead. Oh, okay. It came out thin enough. So that was the perfect size pan for that recipe amount. I always like to go for a simple cut down the middle and then section it out from there. You could just do 1, but I'm going to go ahead and do 2 on both sides of the center. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Trying to maneuver around this camera. I'm going to cut lengthwise also. And you want to clean your knife off. Make a center cut. I'm going to make 2 more cuts. Clean your knife after each cut. All right, guys, so here's the surprise ending. A lot of the other recipes do not have this. Some do, but as you all know, you all that love Russell Stover's French chocolate mints, there was like a thin coating on the outside. So, and it provided a little crunch, but then you got to that smooth center. So I like the jumbo semi-sweet chocolate chips from Kroger's. They have, to me, have the best semi-sweet chocolate taste. It's not too bitter at all, and it's not too sweet. It's just right. So I'm going to go ahead and get these placed on the sheet here, and I'm going to show you that first. I'm going to place each one like so onto and then this is a big cookie sheet or a big baking sheet, and I just put wax paper on the back of it. And I'm going to place the chocolates all over the sheet, but spaced apart, because I'm going to put melted chocolate on top. Here are all the pieces placed on the cookie sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the freezer to firm back up. They're already firm, but I just want to harden them so that when I put the chocolate on top, that they'll be, you know, good and ready to receive. So hold on. And here they are in the freezer, so I'm going to let them stay in there a good 12-15 minutes. All right, you guys, so this part is going to go quick. This is just a tad bit over a ½ cup of jumbo semi-sweet chocolate baking chips. These are the same semi-sweet that I added into the chocolate mixture. So I'm just going to add in 1/4 teaspoon of shortening. And we're going to melt this in the microwave. The first 30 seconds, you're going to, melt it for 30 seconds, and then you take it out and stir it. It's going to be barely melted, but you stir it anyway, and you put it back in for 10-second intervals until it gets fairly melted, pretty good, but not super smooth. When it has just a few little chunks in it, you want to take it out and just stir it the rest of the way. That way it doesn't burn, and it gets smooth and silky just like this. And this is what you want to coat your candies. And you can coat these chocolates several ways. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you 2 ways. What you can do, and I'm going to just start with this one right in the center. You can put a dab of chocolate on and then just kind of smooth it over the sides and let it run down. My chocolate isn't super lucid, so I kind of have to push it down somewhat. Kind of smoothing and coating. Or you can dip your chocolates. In my bowl, I didn't make, it's not super deep, but I will show you just in case you make a lot of chocolate at one time. You can take just kind of with a fork and dip your chocolate. And that's an easy way. Dip it on the sides, you can turn it over, kind of coat it. Flip it back over, but for me that's just a little bit too much chocolate. I like a thin coating, and I don't like to waste chocolate either, so I don't like a lot of chocolate to run off. So I'm going to tap that and get all that excess chocolate off, and I will just do the smoothing method. So I'm going to go ahead and finish them all up and come back and show you what it looks like. Hey guys, so I am finished. The French chocolate mints are ready. I hope you all can see those. I don't want to tilt them too much so they don't fall off. All the mint chocolates are not on here because I don't want to eat them all up. And I better not eat all these, but I know they're going to taste good because they smell exactly like the Russell Stover's French chocolate mints. So I'm going to try them for the first time on camera. They're also pretty. And okay, I'm going to taste this one. That is really good. That is really good. Oh my goodness. So here's that crunchy outer shell, you know, the chocolate outer shell, but then it's soft in the middle. That is really good. I am proud of myself. I am. I'm going to have to make these at Christmas time and Thanksgiving so I can give some to my sister. I might have to make them when my one sister comes to visit that's out of town. I have some ice cold milk here. Nothing sets off, now to me, milk tastes good with mint. Chocolate mints, not the peppermints now. The white peppermints with the red, not that. But French chocolate milk mints. Okay, so the Russell Stover's French chocolate mints, they are smaller than these. Now, I made big old blocks. If you make these, you can make them thinner. And that way, there's a little bit more chocolate on it because they're going to be sliced thinner. So you're going to get a little bit more chocolate in each bite if you make them smaller. My sisters used to keep these in their refrigerator, well, they still do when they get them. In the refrigerator down in the crisper section. I think that was probably more so to hide them from everybody else. But they taste so good cold. They're good like this, but they are good cold. So, all right, guys, I hope this helps you out. Those of you who love Russell Stover's French chocolate mints, make this recipe. If you make it, please let me know how it turns out for you and if you love it as well. All right, I'll see you guys right back here on Tracie's Place. Bye.